All right, what is up? What is up, everyone? We are back with the third video in this advanced market structure PDF series. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. We left off right here, and now we are moving into the chart examples. So this is going to be fun, right? So these chart examples, just a heads up before we start, they are breakdowns from a higher time frame to a lower time frame, and it's on varieties of pairs and different time frames, different breakdowns. So hope you guys get a lot of value from the rest of this series and these chart breakdowns. So let's get started. Let's start with let's go some blue. All right, so start off, let's go CHF JPY. We have the 4-hour, right? And what do we see? All right, so first off, we start seeing structure get broken to the downside, right? We see this impulse break structure to the downside. Had a very, very good sell-off. But what happens here? So there could be a higher time frame demand area, right? Higher time frame demand zone at this area, causing price to fail to give a new lower low, right? And we see right here, we have a new higher high breaking structure. I also realize too now that um, these might be a little bit hard to read during this video. Um, but I think you guys will get this PDF, so you will be able to read it. But either way, so you see right here from this low to this high, right? We have created a shift in market structure, right? So we see a retracement back into this structure. So in this area right here, we want to go to a lower time frame and watch this structure. So remember, we're on the 4-hour, and now we drop down to the 1-hour on CHF JPY still, remember. So the 1-hour, we see that break of structure. This was that 4-hour point of interest, right? Yeah, that 4-hour break of structure, right? And this was that low to the new higher high that we got. And what do we see, right? What do we see when price reaches that area, right? We start to see a new high, right? We get another new higher high from this area. So since we're in direction already with the higher time frame, right? Higher time frame is bullish. Now we are looking for buys from demand zones. So this would be our area that we would be buying in. And then this is just the same thing on the 15-minute time frame, right? And you can see the clear break of structure here and this strong impulse. And not only did it give us a strong impulse and a break of structure, but if we look closely, one of my favorite setups, right? We see in this area a stop hunt, right? So stop hunt, we see this huge impulse, right? And it gives us that minor break of structure in this area. So we get that retracement into that 1-hour point of interest on the 15-minute time frame, and we buy, right? That's our entry. So that was the first example. Next example here. And I am still, as we go through these chart examples, I am still going to try and keep these videos somewhat short for you guys. So, but next example, we got CHFJPY again, but this time we're starting on the 15-minute, right? We're starting on the 15-minute time frame. So what do we have? Okay, so we have some lows that got hit, right? And then an impulse to the upside. A strong impulse to the upside giving us what? A break of structure, right? So we understand that on the 15-minute time frame now, we are bullish on the 15-minute, right? 15-minute, bullish, broke structure to the upside. So what do we wait for, right? Well, in this example, I have a Fibonacci entry, right? Here's this long last down candle, I think from another time frame maybe, but regardless, we have a fib from the low to the high that gave us that break of structure. So where's our projected targets, right? Maybe 62, 72, right? Somewhere around in this area. And so on the lower time frames, as price retraces back into this area here, right, we want to see a break of structure to the upside on the lower time frame. So we go from the 15, remember, we go from the 15, and now we drop down to the 5. So what do we see on the 5-minute? So here is the initial rejection from the 62 fib. I don't know if you guys can read that. Initial rejection from the 62 Fibonacci, right? And what do we see, right? See a shift in market structure right here and a minor break of structure, right? And I mean, you could have been a buyer around this area, possibly. Maybe it would have came back and broke even. But now look what we see here, right? This impulse here, this is a higher low, and this gives us a confirmed higher high, breaking this structure here to the left, right? So on the 5-minute, we scroll down. On the 5-minute, now I have everything delineated, right? And so we have that higher low here, right? And this higher high, and we wait for that retracement back into a demand area, this inefficiency, this fair value gap, right? It's fair value gap. So we'd be buying here and price takes off to the upside. Broke structure, right? It's all the same. Everything's very, very, very repetitive, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. So think, okay, so next example, AUD CAD on the 4-hour time frame here. We'll switch color again. AUD CAD on the 4-hour time frame. So what do we see, right? Here we had a strong push, right, to the downside. Maybe rejecting from a higher time frame. A higher time frame supply zone, right? Price doesn't get back up here. That's cool. That's fine. And what do we see, right? Shift in market structure and price falls again, right? And we will be looking at a lower time frame in this area right here when price starts to retrace back up into this low here. So from the 4-hour, we drop down to the 15-minute. And what do we see, right? So here's the initial rejection, right? From our 4-hour point of interest. Here's the initial rejection. And if we went to actually a lower time frame than even the 15, which I don't, it's crazy because we could actually see a break of structure right here, and there would be a good entry here. But hypothetically speaking, let's say we missed that entry and saw another break of structure from that low to this rejection, right? So we saw from this low here to this high, and then this gets broken. So we see this structure being retested here, right? And this would be our entries, okay? It's only a 5 pip drawdown, and I'm sure price went well into profit, as you can see from this huge down move. But that is AUD CAD breaking down the 4-hour time frame, waiting for a 4-hour point of interest, right? 4-hour point of interest, and then waiting for 15-minute structure, right? And it doesn't have to be 15-minute. It could have been the 1 hour. It could have been the 1 minute, right? Doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to end this one right here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.